This week brought a rare court order that could shake up default search on your phone, a leadership change at Apple AI, Google's new Gemini 3 modes, and an OpenAI code red to sharpen ChatGPT. Here is what changed and how it affects you. A federal judge finalized remedies in the Google search antitrust case and ordered that all default search and AI app placement contracts be limited to 1 year. Translation: phone makers and platforms will have to rebid those default slots every year, opening doors for rivals in both search and generative assistance. If you are a user, you may start seeing more choices during setup. If you build apps, watch for new distribution windows as contracts turn over faster. 2. Apple names a new AI lead. Apple announced that John Giannandrea will retire in spring, and Amar Subramanya will join as Vice President of AI, reporting to Craig Federighi. This is a notable reshuffle as Apple rolls out on-device and private cloud AI features across iPhone and Mac. Practical takeaway: if you ship on Apple platforms, track AI API updates in the coming months as a new lead puts their stamp on the roadmap. 3. OpenAI's code red for ChatGPT. OpenAI leadership told staff it is prioritizing core quality improvements for ChatGPT and delaying other initiatives like advertising. The goal is faster, more reliable answers and better reasoning under pressure from competing models. For teams that rely on ChatGPT, expect quality tweaks before big new features. Keep prompt logs and compare outputs week to week to spot changes. 4. Google ships Gemini 3, Deep Think, and highlights vision upgrades. Google rolled out Gemini 3, Deep Think mode to AI Ultra subscribers in the Gemini app, aimed at tougher math, logic, and stepwise reasoning. In parallel, Google detailed Gemini 3 Pro's gains in document, screen, and video understanding. If you do research or analysis, try Deep Think on multi-step prompts and ask it to show its work. For vision tasks, test long PDFs, UI screenshots, and short clips to see where it now holds context. 5. Europe's AI rulebook inches toward simplify without weakening. A legal briefing on the EU's digital Omnibus outlined proposed tweaks that would align the AI Act, GDPR, and the Data Act, while industry leaders urged Europe to streamline rules to stay competitive. Expect phased enforcement, clearer labeling guidance, and sector pilots rather than abrupt rule changes. Practical takeaway: if you operate in the EU, treat documentation and labeling as work you start now, not later. 6. Holiday Extra. OpenAI joins NORAD's Santa Tracker. OpenAI and NORAD launched 3 ChatGPT tools for families inside the annual NORAD Tracks Santa experience. It is a light story, but it shows how mainstream institutions are testing consumer AI in safe, seasonal contexts. If you run public campaigns, note the pattern: narrow scope, clear guardrails, and a playful UX. Quick takeaways: expect more competitive prompts during phone setup as default deals refresh annually. That can change which assistant you try first. On Apple platforms, watch for steady AI API changes as leadership shifts. Ship features that use private on-device inference where possible. If you depend on ChatGPT at work, monitor output quality and latency this month. Small upgrades can change how you design prompts and checks. Try Gemini 3, Deep Think for complex reasoning, and stress test vision with real documents and UI captures, not toy examples. EU compliance will come in phases, but it is coming. Get labeling and data mapping in order now to avoid crunch time. That is your week in AI and tech. If this saved you time, subscribe for next Sunday's roundup and share it with someone who wants clear, verified updates. See you next week.